what I did is, I'm trying to zoom out a little bit more. Can't really do that. So that's the tree stump. And all I did is, most of this was done with this scooper. Now I know you can go out and buy a grinder and grind it down. Cost a lot of money. Kind of dangerous unless you know what you're doing. And even then, still dangerous. So what I did here is I just cut the tree. I cut the trunk. And then I got a little scooper. And this is going to take me maybe a few days, maybe 20 hours. I don't really care. All I'm doing is I'm scooping the pooping. I'm digging out the dirt. And I might use the reciprocating saw later on with the pruning blade. Not a big deal. 2 for about $13. If you use a chainsaw in the dirt, you're going to dull it immediately. So you don't want to do that. Got somebody walking the doggers, so I'm quiet for a second. So this is all I'm doing. Scooping up the dirt. And I could get, you can see this part. This part I pried loose. And I got to be really careful because that could go towards some concrete. And if I pry it, I could break the concrete and then I'm going to have to pay to get it fixed. So something like this, you really need to be patient. If you go too fast, which most people out there do because they're macho, machismo, melismo, if you go too fast, you're going to cause yourself a lot of trouble. And you're probably going to hurt yourself. So with this, I dug about 2 schlongers, maybe about 12 inches away, maybe a little bit more, going all the way around the trunk. And you can see where over there with the reciprocating, I cut that piece over there just to get the branches off. Nothing over here. But the thing is, that's not necessarily so, because right now we've got a little bit of wood over here. I'm going to show you my wood. Listen to this. Hear that? Right there. So that tells you that you've got, there we go. See, we got this. You get a little, you're going to find a lot of little, I don't know what they're called, parts of the root structure, but you're going to get little pieces of wood. And like this thing over here. These things over here. You get a zillion of these things. But what happens is all of this is going deep into the ground. You should be able to go all the way around the hole that I've just dug. You should be able to go around the hole that's probably 6 to 12 inches outward from your trunk and start digging your dirt. And maybe you'll put a good pruning handsaw in there, or maybe you'll use some loppers. If I wouldn't use loppers on this because this is too thick, you're going to break it. And you do that until you start removing this thing. You remove all the dirt, and the dirt is like cement. So you're looking at this thing saying, why isn't this trunk budging? Why isn't the root moving? Mostly because it's all stuck. It's glued in with the dirt. It is stuck with the dirt. So over time, well, look at that. See, I just scrape more dirt, and look what we have here. So I know that if I keep digging this thing, and I go slow, I'm in no rush. Everybody's in a rush to do everything these days so they can go sit on the sofa and play their stupid video games. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing, baby. So this goes all the way down. It looks like it splits. It goes down this way, and there's another one going this way. Now, if you were trying to go in here with a shovel, you would get nowhere really fast. So this is how you remove a trunk stump, a tree stump, a stumpity-dumpity-dumpity-dumped. That's how you remove this stuff. You take your time, you go in there, you slowly dig. Hey, I got a like. Thank you for the like, and I've got 2 viewers. Nothing like showing Earth to get people to watch your channel. So this is going to take me a lot of time. I'm guessing maybe, well, I've already spent about 5 hours on this thing and we're nowhere near done. There's an hour to cut it down. And it's probably about an hour or two just to dig this big hole. And you soak some water in there, leave it overnight, come back. And you have softer dirt. But that's the problem. If you go in here and you try to do this with a shovel and the dirt is dry, you're going to take forever. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to be pounding on this stump and nothing's going to move. Look over there. See more? There's more dirt. See over here? Right over there. There's all this wood that attaches and it goes all around for probably feet, maybe 10 feet, maybe 5 feet. So you've got to get the dirt out of there. Look at that. I just did a little shovelly wobbly. And we've got more. We've got more pieces. So there is no way that you can take this thing out. These people that put a chain on their bumper of their pickup truck, these yeehaw hee-haws in Texas that can't even ride a horse, you're going to hurt yourself. So go slow. Take your time. I'll be back tomorrow. It's about midnight right now. No, I'm kidding. It's about 6 o'clock and a Waymo just drove by. I love Waymos. Waymo Damo. I'll be back tomorrow, people. Have a good dinner. Peace.